Hello, welcome to InSIght. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Van Atta.
And we're here to talk about all the neat things going on with the Salem Police Department and a nonprofit that has been right behind them getting all the things that they need. And let's talk.
They're wonderful to have you guys here. It's Deputy Chief Steve Belshaw and John Hawkins, who's a founding board member of the Police Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah.
You have been so responsible, John, with all this organization, the Salem Police Foundation, with a new mobile command unit, this 40-foot vehicle. We're going to show some video of that pretty soon.
We're very pleased with how the foundation has grown over the years. We got started in 2010, and it has grown by leaps and bounds. And it was very good that we were able to provide part of the purchase price of that mobile command unit.
I got my first look at it at the Breakfast with the Chief event, and it was so spectacular. We had a chance to go through the vehicle ourselves along with the public. Want to see what we saw?
Absolutely.
We got some video. Let's take a look.
This is awesome.
What is it?
It's basically their network. It's the cellular routers. They're basically their data banks. And I really like networking, so.
How long is it?
Yeah.
It's almost 40 feet long.
What does it contain?
It's got 7 workstations. Basically, the purpose behind this thing is so that we could do a mobile incident command wherever we work. Or it could be a public event, community outreach like we're doing today, and trying to get people in to come in and visit with us and catch their attention. It's a recruiting tool.
What am I looking at back here?
Back here, this is another work area. It's kind of cordoned off. There's a pocket door on the side. Kind of runs as a dual purpose. If we were running a tactical event, the commanders would sit back there. They would close the door, and using that big monitor, they could watch the cameras from the bomb robot or some of the SWAT cameras that we have. They're able to make some decisions and have some privacy back there while the rest of the folks are out here working at the other stations trying to gather intel and gather information to help them make the best decision they can.
What do you
Wow.
think? Impressive,
Isn't that great?
isn't it?
Yes, I've seen it myself. Deputy Chief, tell us what the vehicle means to the department.
As you said, it's state-of-the-art. Anything they can do at the police station, they can do there. They can write search warrants, they can bring up reports, they can do all of that kind of stuff. And so you can dispatch out of there. And again, while this is a police mobile command vehicle, it is for emergency incidents. So if we have a flooding situation or we have some kind of disaster, I mean, we can work right out of that vehicle. Fantastic. And do all of those things that we need to do from the scene. And so,
That's
again,
wonderful.
being right there makes a huge difference.
That's great. So, so now you have the mobile command vehicle.
Yes.
But I understand the foundation is not quite done yet with its work. Is that true, John?
That's true. We just had our Breakfast with the Chief event, and one of our big items we were trying to raise money for is a training simulator that could be installed at the new police facility, but it would provide training, I think what you call consims or confrontational simulation events, because officers have to often think in a split second in situations and give them training and opportunities to be better prepared.
Absolutely.
Well, how are they getting this training now? I mean, why would this be really helpful for the agency?
Everybody can think of a situation in real life where they were faced by some strange situation they'd never seen before, and you freeze because I've never seen this before and I don't know how to react to that. So the more real life scenarios that we can expose our officers to before they go out there on the street, when they see that, their brain goes, I've seen this before, I know how to handle this, I can deal with this, and so they're going to react more quickly and they're going to act more professionally and more efficiently because they've seen this and they've practiced this before. This is head and shoulders above what we've done before of shooting at stationary targets or things like that. So being able to talk to people and de-escalate a situation and see how that would react, and all of those kinds of things make a difference in the training of our officers and prepare them for those situations out there.
The simulator that I saw demonstrated with the public at this at the breakfast of the chief was really interesting to me, because the person running the program with the person who was dealing with the confrontation, they would play it back and show exactly where your shot landed or didn't, and gave you a chance to see how effective you were. That's really quite remarkable.
And I think also the conversations too, the de-escalating conversations.
Yes.
And there was a coach there saying, you know, this is an outcome that could have happened, because it's all done on a large video screen, so it's not just like something stationary. That's
Yeah, it's really interactive.
Yeah, so that, again, this is, we're going to have a new building, and so we're trying to raise money for this situational training simulator so that the officers can use that. You know, a sergeant has a young officer, and they can go in and they can actually replay a situation that he may have faced out on the street, and how could we do it better, or how could we do it differently, and those kinds of things, because you will have that ability there with that simulator, where now we would have to gather up, you know, 2 or 3 role players, and you have to find the time, and then you're taking people off the street and this. So the value of this and just enhancing the training and the preparedness of our officers is going to be really, really pay off huge dividends for us.
That's exciting.
And that's all part and parcel of what you're trying to do with the Salem Police Foundation, is to
It is.
those
It is
funds
to add
out.
those things that maybe a little bit out of the budget of the city, and just do some of the extras, both in equipment and training, and
It's very exciting. And I understand one last thing that they're also looking for is bikes for the
Bikes.
downtown patrol, which
and
I
not
think,
just any bike.
yeah, some really awesome
You
bikes.
laugh about it.
Yeah. So we're trying to get, we have a mishmash of bikes right now, and so we're
you
storing
can't
different
mix and match
for
parts.
all of those, and so having all the officers on the same bikes and training on the same bikes would make a big difference for them, and having a bike that's designed specifically for the kind of work that they're doing.
I'm really impressed with the fact that the foundation has been able to be there for the police department with what they need when they need it.
we're
Well,
very pleased. It's very exciting to see this organization grow over the years, and it's exciting to imagine what's going to happen in the future. You know, it's been a lot of fun to watch, and just the community relations. You know, we last week at the breakfast with the chief, you know, we had maybe 100 officers there, and had about 300, 400 people from the public, and an officer at every table, and gives people an opportunity to get to know the officers,
Yes.
and build those relationships, and I think for your officers, it's also very good to be in a room full of people that support what they do and support their work, and so it's good. It's good. It makes you feel good in multiple ways.
how can people get involved?
They can always reach us. They can always, we're always fundraising and can use more money. They can go to our website, www.salempolicefoundation.org, and reach us through that. That's probably the easiest way to reach us. Mary Louise also wears the hat of being our executive director, so
Thank
you can
you,
reach
Mary
out to her.
Louise. Yeah.
And
Facebook, very
and
active on
Facebook.
Facebook, and I know that the police department has a volunteer program that they welcome folks to get involved with. So that's a wonderful way also to become engaged with what's happening in the department.
Much more than we can cover in InSIght today, but we'll
That's for
have you
sure.
back, learn
Okay.
more.
Great.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming, and this is really exciting news.
I
And thank
appreciate
you for joining us today on InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Van Atta, and we'll see you next time.